Welcome to my views and news. Things are happening very fast in the ongoing Ethiopian conflict. It seems that before Monday's negotiations, we could see major towns of Tigray coming under ENDF and EDF control. We have a new story for you from Aksum. Tigray's historic city, Ethiopian historic city, hometown of Ethiopian Orthodox Patriarch Abune Matthias, capital of Aksumite Empire, and city has several centuries old historic monuments. We know that Ethiopian National Defense Force, Eritrean forces were pushing towards Aksum from Shire. Shire came under ENDF EDF control around 4 to 5 days ago. And Shire to Aksum distance is around 40 kilometers. The road B30 highway passes through mountains. And as we have been saying that Shire's fall will have a dominoes effect. That is what we are seeing. Reportedly, Ethiopian National Defense Force and Eritrean military have entered Aksum city of Tigray. Was there any fighting in Aksum city? Where is TDF? Did TDF try to defend Aksum city? And what is TDF's next strategy? Firstly, what we have learned is that Ethiopian and Eritrean militaries have managed to enter Aksum city. It is being confirmed by several sources. Secondly, TDF was not expected to defend Aksum. That is what I said 2 days ago, I think, that TDF might try to defend Adwa. Adwa is strategic, because if TDF loses Adwa, it can have repercussions. It can lead to serious pressure upon Mekelle. Aksum is not as strategic as Adwa. Secondly, Aksum is home to some centuries old monuments. Urban combat would have led to destruction of property in Aksum city. So Tigray forces decided against urban combat and they withdrew from Aksum, you can say. The withdrawal started around 24 hours ago, reportedly. Gradually, Tigray forces withdrew out of Aksum. So, no urban combat, no civilian casualties so far, what we have learned. At least the cities of Tigray, which are coming under ENDF and EDF control, are coming under their control without urban combat. Almost all towns of Tigray were taken by ENDF and EDF were taken without fighting in cities. No fighting inside Shire city, no fighting in Salaleka, Vekro, no fighting in Alamata and Vaja, Timoga as well. So civilian lives are being protected. TDF is also withdrawing. It is not choosing the option of fighting inside cities, like we saw in the first phase of the conflict as well. The Tigray forces, they just withdrew from cities, and that is what is happening now. The Tigray forces have withdrawn from Aksum, keeping their capabilities intact. If urban combat starts, people would be in danger and civilians could turn against Tigray forces. So, the decision of withdrawal isn't surprising. Though the withdrawal is not voluntary. When we say TDF is withdrawing, it doesn't mean that it is withdrawing voluntarily. TDF was overwhelmed by tens of thousands of soldiers of ENDF and EDF who started offensive from Shire, first towards Shire, then from Shire. Salaleka was taken by ENDF, EDF, Vikro as well, and then Aksum. So TDF was left with no option but to retreat from Aksum. Now, next question is, will Tigray forces try to defend other remaining towns and cities, or will they keep on withdrawing like they are withdrawing? Adwa is very strategic, viewers, and what we have learned, I think I shared with you as well, that main deployments of Tigray forces were on Adwa and Adagrat fronts. Both are strategic in terms of stopping movement towards Mekelle from Eritrea and from Shire side. So large-scale deployments already on Adwa front, and now these soldiers from Aksum have also withdrawn towards Adwa. What will Tigray do? Will it try to defend Adwa and Adagrat, or will it retreat from these two towns as well, and then obviously from Mekelle too? If TDF loses Adwa, Adagrat, obviously it would lose Mekelle too. So it seems that before Monday, when talks are due to be held, we could see more gains by Ethiopian federal forces, Amhara regional forces, and Eritrean military, territorial gains. And I think they want to capture at least Adwa, though they would be hoping to capture Mekelle, but at least they want to capture Adwa. If Adwa falls, Tigray forces would be under severe pressure, and ultimately they'll have to withdraw from Mekelle as well. That is why coming hours very crucial. Tigray forces are losing ground. At the same time, their capabilities are intact. They fought hard to save Shire. Both sides suffered losses, maybe TDF more. But on other fronts, mostly they are withdrawing, keeping their capabilities intact. That is why I say the war is not over. These thousands of Tigray fighters who are withdrawing, where will they go? Obviously, they'll find some bases, some hideouts, some of their strongholds in central Tigray. They'll regroup, they'll reorganize, and they'll continue this war. Because not large number of Tigray fighters have been captured in recent days. Not large amount of weaponry as well. We saw just 2 tanks, I think, so far. Just 2 or 3 tanks so far. So how many Tigray fighters are part of this war? Sadgan said in a virtual meeting with Heritage Foundation, around 250,000 Tigray fighters were fighting in this third round of fighting. And total number of fighters around 1 million. So EDF and ENDF around 750,000. TDF 250,000. Where are the 250,000 Tigray fighters? Obviously, they are in Tigray. Several thousand might have been killed, but still Tigray has tens of thousands of fighters. Tens of thousands of fighters and weaponry as well. That is why I say war is not over. Losing of towns and cities does not mean that TDF is out, it's completed, defeated, that capitulation is the result of the war. No. War is set to go on if there is no resolution at the table. Capture of Mekelle even does not mean an end to this war. So, before Monday, ENDF and ADF would like to capture at least Adwa. And on Monday, in talks in South Africa, obviously Ethiopian government would be going into talks with a significant military leverage. Tigray lost ground. It will have to make concessions. Otherwise, this military operation in Tigray will continue. If Tigray does not step back from its demands, though it has withdrawn from some of its demands like restoration of basic services like withdrawal of Eritrean forces. These were preconditions before the start of talks. Now Tigray is going into talks without any precondition. So Tigray has already withdrawn. It has stepped back from its position about start of talks. Monday is very crucial for this conflict, viewers. We'll have to see what Ethiopian government wants. Does it want the maximum? Disarming of TDF, surrendering of TPLF, installation of interim government in Tigray? Or does it want to agree to a ceasefire? So that will be clear on Monday. I think ball is now in the court of Ethiopian federal government. What does it want? Ethiopian federal government's policy will decide about the future of this war now. Aksum city under ENDF and EDF control. Thanks for watching.